Welcome to Kimono Therapy, Rituals to Process Life. For those of you that are new and don't know me, my name is Christina. I am a Reiki practitioner, a psychotherapist, as well as a personal support worker. And this week's message, it's actually going to be a 10-part series, so it's going to be 10 videos every Wednesday at 9 o'clock. And it's going to be about the power of happiness and a happiness habit that you can incorporate into your life every week. And something that I want to share about happiness habits is that there's a real big misconception out there about happiness. And that is, once we have that job, once we have the home we desire, once we have the relationship that we're looking for, then and only then will we receive happiness in our life. And the actually opposite is true. We have to feel happiness first, and then abundance and success follows. This is something that I have learned. This is something I've incorporated. I know it works, or I would not be sharing it with you. My mentors, Dean Graziosi, Tony Robbins, I've studied under them. I have incorporated this like there is no tomorrow. And the first happiness habit that you want to create for yourself is you want to sit down and take a moment and ask yourself, define what happiness looks and feels like to you. Give you an example. Years ago, I was in the corporate world. I was moving up the ladder. I thought moving up the ladder was going to make me happy. I was making more money. I had a group of staff underneath me. I was in the leadership team. I thought the success of me moving up is going to make me happy. What I actually discovered was I was becoming more miserable. Day after day after day. And when I discovered the 10 happiness habits and I sat down with the first one and defined what happiness looked like to me and what it felt like, now I tell you, I had to dig. And if you're looking outside of yourself for happiness and you haven't found it yet, this means it's time for you to dig within you and rediscover what made you happy. So I sat down with, again, my trusty journal. I always have a journal. I sat down and I started writing down all the things that used to make me happy. And I'll tell you, it took a while and I had to dig. But the biggest thing that came out of my journaling of defining what happiness was for me and what it felt like was when I, at the age of 19, 20 years old, became a healthcare aide. And I felt the feeling of happiness. I felt like I enjoyed getting up in the morning and I enjoyed taking care of these residents. And I was like, why didn't I ever go back to that? It made me so happy. It was something I look forward to getting up to in the morning. So guess what I did? Quit my corporate job. Went back to school. You couldn't just go back and be a healthcare aide. You had to go to school. So that's what I did. Also opened up my kimono therapy business, being of service. I was a Reiki practitioner. I loved helping people heal. And guess what happened? Success started following my happiness. So the message this week, your happiness habit number 1 is you want to take some time, you want to sit down and you want to define what happiness looks and feels like to you. And the important part of this is you have to remember what that felt like. I remember what it felt like. Like, I start a shift as a PSW. I start at 7 in the morning. I'm up really early. If I had have woken up that early from my corporate job, I was miserable. But now The alarm goes off. I look forward to getting up in the morning. So that is this week's message. The first habit to creating happiness in your life, and I guarantee you that success will follow. Take some time this week, define what happiness looks like and feels like to you, and then go out and get it. And you will see a change in your life. External things do not make us happy. We think they do, but then once we've achieved it, it's gone. All right? Let's take a moment. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Thank you for liking and subscribing. I truly appreciate you. If you need some help with happiness habit number 1 and defining what happiness looks and feels like for you, don't hesitate to email me at kimonatherapy@gmail.com. Otherwise, go for your happiness, dig deep, find it, and I'll see you guys next Wednesday with habit number 2. Okay? Blessings. Namaste. See ya.